Thank you, Tales of the Silk Roads, for that mesmerizing performance. Now, our first award this evening, moving swiftly on, is the Ibn Battuta Award for fair, accurate, and balanced reporting on an issue involving Muslims, sponsored by Citizens Organizing Foundation. This award will be presented by a special guest we're delighted is able to join us this evening. We'll share a few words before presenting the award. Please give a very warm welcome to Leader of the Liberal Democrats and Member of Parliament for Sheffield Hallam, Nick Clegg.
Thank you very, very much indeed for inviting me to this glittering event. I really am honoured and delighted to be able to add my voice of thanks and recognition and celebration for the 20 years that you have provided such a vital source of information, of opinion in the Muslim news. And I think the fact that it's still run with this independent spirit, drawing on voluntary support and input is particularly important at a time when so many of our media outlets look increasingly similar and have a somewhat sort of pasteurized appearance to them. There's something vital and authentic to the Muslim news, which I know all its readers hugely appreciate. I have to confess I hadn't heard of Ibn Battuta, in whose name this prize is given before this evening, but I did a bit of reading about a very important figure in all of our Muslim communities. I hadn't quite realized what an important figure he was. From the 1300s, embarked on a 25-year pilgrimage across the world, and I was struggling to quite understand what the relevance he brought to this prize, until of course I realized that his whole teachings, his writings, his thought was based on an immense respect that he developed during his travels for other cultures, other religions, other languages, other communities. He is, if I think I've understood his teachings correctly, the absolute epitome of mutual respect, of pluralism, and of diversity, which I think are values and are qualities which are immensely important to all of us from whatever community, religion, or background we are drawn. And it is very much in the spirit of Ibn Battuta I am delighted to be here today. The Muslim communities of this country constitute what? By far the second largest religious community in this country, about 2.4 million people. These are anxious times, these are difficult times. They are times, let's be honest as well, where some tension, some polemic, sometimes even misunderstanding can arise very, very quickly. So it is in the spirit of Ibn Battuta, which I think both this evening is held, and also that I now take pleasure in I feel like being at the Oscars. I've never opened a silver envelope before like this, that I announce the winner of this prize. Is that what I'm supposed to do now? Yes, I think it is. So, the winner of the Ibn Battuta Award for Excellence in Media is Mehdi Hassan.
Londoner Mehdi Hassan is a rising star in the British media and one of this country's leading young television journalists in an industry once described as hideously white. He is currently an editor for the News and Current Affairs department at Channel 4. At 29, he is the youngest editor in commissioning at Channel 4 and has been nominated for the Royal TV Society Young Journalist of the Year Award. Since joining Channel 4 last year, Mehdi has commissioned 5 different dispatches documentaries, all of which have generated headlines in the press. Mehdi commissioned the Channel 4 dispatches film, It Should Happen to a Muslim, which addressed the issue of his rising Islamophobia since 7/7.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Nick Clegg, for the award. Nice to be up here after the monkeys. Very quickly, 60 seconds. I would like to thank my bosses, Dorothy Byrne and Kevin Sutcliffe at Channel 4, who support me in all my endeavours, even the controversial ones. I want to thank my wife, Rishma, who's here tonight. And I want to thank my parents, who always said to me, you don't have to be a doctor and engineer like us, you can go and be a journalist. One day you can get a proper job, and we can talk about you to our friends. It's my daughter's 2nd birthday tonight, but I had to leave her at home to come here, but I suppose it was worth it in the end. Thank you very much.
What do you think about the work of the Muslim News and the Muslim News Awards for Excellence?
I think the Muslim News has done a great job. I think it's 20 years this year. I know Ibn Battuta very well, and I commend him organising an amazing event like this. When the press is filled with always negative stories about Muslims, it's good to celebrate some of the good things that we can do as a community.
The judges found this a particularly difficult decision to make when deciding the winner of the Ibn Battuta Award, and there is in fact a joint winner. Please can I invite Josephine Mukanjira, member of the Citizen Organising Foundation staff team, to present the award to the joint winner.
Thank you. And the joint second winner of the Ibn Battuta Award, Excellence in Media, goes to Vaughan Ridley.
As a campaigning journalist and a one-time guest of the Taliban during assignment for the Sunday Express, Yvonne Ridley's forthright and insightful articles have appeared in a range of publications, including The Washington Post, The Dhaka Post, to The Tehran Times. Last year, Yvonne, who works for Press TV, went to Guantanamo Bay and has highlighted and campaigned against the injustices committed as part of the war on terror. She also went to Sudan with Lord Nazir Ahmed to work on a joint venture to develop a peace initiative in Darfur, and in August 2008 joined international peace activists as part of the Free Gaza movement.
Brothers, sisters, friends, salam alaikum. I'll keep it very brief. This is a big thank you to my husband, Samir Asli, and this is for the people of Gaza. Thank you. I started off more than 30 years ago as a journalist working for a weekly newspaper, and I know how vital they are for their communities. And Ahmed Versi does an excellent job of covering local, regional, national and international affairs. Of course, it's online now as well. And I have been a big fan of the Muslim News for years. I'm not a big one for awards, but I have to say I'm delighted